Alright, so the big fucking news story has been Donald Trump as of late. Donald Trump is the big news story, for what he said. He came out and said that, you know, in my opinion, a very fucking true statement of what he said. He said that, and I've gotten multiple requests to do videos on him. I was going to do a video on this anyway, but anyway, he came out and basically said that there are a lot of criminals coming over the Mexican border, illegals, and they're fucking shit up here. They're raping people, they're murdering people, they're doing this and that, which is true. I mean, look at the news stories. It's always, I see them every day almost. It's like, oh, illegal rapes woman, illegal deported 5 times kills a woman. I mean, it's like every fucking day it's in the news. An illegal alien does something bad. Um, but, and people are like, oh, he bashed all Mexicans. He's bashing. No, if you actually listen to everything he said and just don't go on, Salon.com or, rawstory.com or the Huffington Post, you actually listen to the part of that comment where he said that there's actually, good Mexicans here. There's, good people here who are, from Mexico. So you gotta listen to the whole fucking comment, idiots. And they're like, oh, he hates all Mexicans. No, that's not true. Listen to what he fucking says. All right. So I mean, what he said again is true. All right. There's a lot of criminals coming across the border doing horrible things here in America. That's why I think we should have a locked down border to make sure that those people aren't getting across. And especially some place like Mexico, where there's a ton of criminals from things like the drug cartels who are right over. I mean, if you listen to the news, you'll hear, oh, the drug cartels now control parts of Arizona. Like, why is that? Because we have an open border, so they could just waltz right on in here. Let's lock down the border. Like, if you look at Canada, though, I live right fucking by Canada. I'm literally, there's a lake by me, and then right across it's fucking Canada. I could fucking go drive a half mile, or like a mile, and then I could look across the lake and see Canada. And again, I rarely, if ever, see a border patrol car here. But if you look at Canada, I mean, they don't have the criminal problems that Mexico has, so it's more understandable to have, you could say a less, border here on the Canadian side, because I don't think there's too many Canadians looking to sneak over to, murder somebody or, I think we should still lock it down, but I mean, especially if you look at Mexico. That's a huge fucking problem. Lock the shit out of that border. Make sure no fucking buddy gets through. But at the same time, I think the restrictions to get here should be fairly lax. I think you should be hardworking, and not be, a fucking, if you want to come here and you don't have an education, I mean, it's like, I don't know, we don't want too many of those people coming through. But as long as you got a decent plan, you're not horrible, you're not a criminal, you haven't raped anybody. I mean, come on in. We need good people here in this nation. All right. So, I think the process to get here should be fairly easy. I don't think it should be filled with a bunch of paperwork. I don't even think it should cost anything to get here. You shouldn't even have to pay anything to get here. I think the way you pay to get here is by putting money into the economy and boosting it. That's how you really pay to get here. So that's my view on it. But we should stop the criminals. We should stop the rapists and all these horrible people, the drug cartels, from entering our country. And Donald Trump, again, is right. He's 100% right. And everybody's attacking him now for telling the truth. And then the big question is he real? Is he legit? I don't think he's fucking, a legitimate contender. I don't think he's real. I think he's just doing this to bring attention to himself. He's a big donor to Hillary Clinton. I think the candidate that's right is Rand Paul. Rand Paul should have said this. He should. I think Rand Paul needs to fucking come out and say the truth. He needs to fucking do this. But instead, Donald Trump did it, and now he's on top. Rand Paul has to do more. If Rand Paul, he's like third, I think, in the rankings. If Rand Paul comes out and starts saying the truth like this, obviously if he comes out and says, "Oh, 9/11 was an inside job," his poll ratings are gonna go, down. But I mean, if he comes out and says some popular shit, like marijuana should be legal, or government should get out of our lives. The thing that he did with the Patriot Act was great. He needs to do more of that shit. And he needs to expose Donald Trump too and say that, yeah, he's connected to Hillary. He's just looking out for himself. He needs to stand out like Donald Trump did. Because I don't want Donald Trump, all right? Because I don't think Donald Trump's going to actually run. I think he's going to probably drop out and maybe let Jeb Bush get it. I think he's taking away votes from Rand Paul. So, but he is right. He is totally right. And he comes out and says something that is right. It is truthful. It's backed up by fact and logic. Let's not let criminals in our country. Logic. And people are quick to demonize him, deceive and lie, and shit like that. Even if he is a shill or he's not real, people have to fucking demonize the truth like that. So there you go, people. There are my thoughts on Donald Trump. If he is real, then great. All right, I'll have him as president, but I don't see it. I don't trust him. I trust Rand Paul way more than I trust Donald Trump. So there you go, people.